Chapter 11, The Solo Mellow. The Solo Mellow. Today is school spirit day, but I forgot again. My spirits are running a bit low anyways.
Hey, Cadence. Do you have a minute?
I'm starting stretches soon, but sure. What's up?
I just wanted to apologize again for last night. I'm such a...
Enough.
What?
You apologize too much, Poptart. Even when there's nothing to apologize for.
Sorry.
Like that. That's exactly what I mean. Stop being so sorry all the time. I'm not upset with you. Nobody is. Somebody might be if you don't memorize your music for tomorrow. Ah! Where'd she come from? You hear me?
Whatever.
She strides away, nose in the air.
I had almost forgotten. I still don't have my music memorized.
We'll work on that later. Time to start practice now. Everyone gather round for stretches. While we are pairing off for the calf stretch, Mr. Wiley finally makes his appearance. The color guard and Pitt trail behind him. Why are they here? Does he have an important announcement for all of us? He takes his place at the center of our circle, his face somber.
Is everyone here?
Looks like it.
Good. I have something important to discuss with you. As you may have noticed, last night the storm passed without incident, and we missed out on invaluable practice time due to your choice to leave the field.
Really?
You're putting that on us.
Mr. Wiley ignores them, continuing on.
Thanks to you, band camp has now been extended indefinitely. That is all. Now let's get to work.
Dang, he didn't even wait till this evening. He was just like so pissed. He's like, first thing in the morning, that storm that you guys ran away from, that's your fault. He turns to leave, but everyone immediately springs to stop him.
Whoa!
Whoa, hold up! Say that again?
Wait!
What do you mean indefinitely?
You're not leaving here.
What?
You're not leaving here.
Not until the show is perfect.
I expect the band to react somehow, to start whispering away as they normally do when Mr. Wiley is speaking. But there's dead silence.
And let me tell you, it is far from perfect. You're going to stay here until it is, and don't even think about trying to leave, because you can't.
You're joking.
Thomas!
Do I look like I'm joking? I meant what I said. You'll all be staying here until this show is perfect.
So, it's not a joke. This is really happening.
And you should know that if something happens to me, you won't be getting out of here. I'm the only one who knows the code to the electric fence. And the guy who drops off all the food won't be stopping by either, since I'm the only one who's got his number. Understand?
There's no response, though I think everyone understands just fine.
You have nobody to blame but yourselves for this.
Uh-huh, sure. He turns and walks quickly away, leaving little room for argument. There's nothing we can do other than retrieve our instruments from the sidelines, exchanging bewildered looks in the process. We spend the morning working on Jupiter, but the band is subdued, and with good reason. I wait until practice is over to approach Mr. Wiley. Mr. Wiley... It's like I don't even exist. Mr. Wiley passes me by without even a glance. That slippery fish! He's absolutely impossible to reach. Why do I even bother anymore? He doesn't respect me. A few seconds later, my friends surround me. Cadence, are you going to talk to Mr. Wiley? I've tried, but there's no getting through to him.
Ridiculous.
I'll talk to him. He'll listen to me. Sure, good luck with that. Felicity flounces off as Tom and Peter come to join us.
I'm starving.
So, food time? We've got more important things to deal with in your stomach right now. I know, but there's not much we can do at the moment, so I say let's get something to eat. I'm sure the situation will work itself out eventually.
I don't know, you guys. Felicity, how'd it go?
I can't even.
He didn't even give me the time of day. Doesn't he know who I am? My daddy is band booster president.
Come on, babe. We're going to the cafeteria.
Coming. As we leave the field, I scan my surroundings for Poptart, but he's nowhere to be found. Did he already leave? He's frantically practicing his part. I look for him in the cafeteria, but he's not here either. Is there a sectional I don't know about?
You're oddly quiet, Tom. I was just thinking.
Do you think our parents will come for us? Of course they will. Mr. Wiley can't hold us hostage. The school would never let him. Right? The word hostage strikes a chord of fear in me. Is that what we are now? Hostages? If Mr. Wiley doesn't let us go. No, he will, at the end of the week. He only said what he said to get us to focus on the show. Everything is going to be fine. Stick my head in the sand, you know. Afternoon practice is sectionals today. No doubt everyone will be hard at work on last-minute memorization. There you are! Olive? Why aren't you with your section? I can't find Poptart anywhere. Alarm flares in my chest. What? Where is he?
Get with it.
Do you think I'd be coming to you if I knew the answer to that? Help me look. Sheesh. We do a sweep of the building. I'm going to check outside. You look in the boys' bathroom. Hey, wait! Too late. There she goes. Ugh, I hate melodrama. I stand awkwardly in the hallway outside the boys' bathroom. Maybe there's no one inside. I'll only have a quick peek. That scream! Sorry, I was looking for Poptart.
It's fine. You surprised me is all.
Poptart's not in there then?
Nope, he's chilling in a tree near the drumline sectional.
What?
Yeah. Want me to get him for you?
Yeah, I'm not letting Olive know. Goodbye, Olive. I'll get him myself. Poptart! What are you doing up in that tree? We're having sectionals now.
Oh,
Hello, Cadence. I decided that I'm not going to sectionals anymore, if that's okay with you.
Oh no, where did this come from? It's not a choice, Poptart.
why?
Why can't it be? Olive isn't helping me to improve, and all I do is raise her blood pressure. It's better this way.
What? You're skipping sectionals now?
See?
I'm done.
That's it! It's not fair that I got saddled with the worst rookie in the band. She stomps away, fists clenched. Olive, wait! I catch up to her outside the lodge. Olive, you can't give up on him. I'm not in the mood to listen to your self-righteous bullcrap. He's not even trying anymore. Well, I'm done putting effort into someone who doesn't even care. That's not true. He's trying as hard as he can, and he does care about the band. Listen to me. It's a steeper learning curve for him than most people. He only joined the band last year. That's no excuse. They told me I couldn't play oboe in marching band, so I marched clarinet instead. Then they picked Clark over me to lead the section. So this year, I chose to pick up a new instrument, one entirely different from the one I've played for years. I struggled at first, but eventually I got the hang of it. Why would you even do that? Leave your section and pick up a completely different instrument. Were you that power hungry? That's what I really want to ask her. That's beside the point. The point is, if I can do it, he can do it. But you came into this knowing how to read music for years before this. He only joined band a year ago. And you're a seasoned veteran when it comes to marching. He's learning how to march and read music. I don't care. This isn't a competition of who has it the hardest. He's not even willing to try anymore. And if he isn't, then neither am I. He is trying!
Then where is he?
She motions all around us. Then she storms away, leaving no room for argument. I bite back my frustration and let her go. It's interesting. Interesting that she used to be a clarinet player, and then Clark butted her out, and she's like, that's it, I'm learning a new instrument. Maybe she has given up on Poptart, but I haven't. I mean, Olive really can't be upset about this because she has not been helpful. She can't blame, like, Pop-Tart's slow progress on anything but, like, her bad teaching ability. Like, I'm sure her teaching ability probably is good for certain students, but she needs to be more adaptable. And she's just, like, not willing to bend at all. And it's like, look, there's only one way to learn. It's my way or the highway. And if you can't cut it, then I'm gonna cut you. Get out of here. Very tough love. Probably a good teacher for some students, but not for Pop-Tart in particular. Ugh. I go back to find him. He has come down from the tree and wears a guilty expression on his face, as though he already knows what he's done is wrong.
I know I should go to sectionals, but I can't bring myself to be around her. She's the definition of toxic.
It's okay. You won't have to deal with her anymore. Come on, let's go to the field.
Huh?
Let's continue working on your drill and music memorization. You and me.
Okay.
We stay at the practice field for the rest of afternoon rehearsal and well into dinner break, watching the sun dip closer and closer to the horizon as we work. Your memorization is a lot better than I thought it would be at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Pairing it with the drill has helped me, like you said it would.
No, even before that, you were ahead of where I thought you were. When Mr. Wiley singled you out in front of the entire band that one day, it seemed like you didn't have any of it down. Pop-Tart grimaces at the memory.
There was too much pressure. I could feel everyone watching me.
I understand. Do you think you'll be okay when it comes time to perform, though?
I don't know. I just want to get past tomorrow when I perform for Mr. Wiley.
Well, if it helps you, just close your eyes and pretend you're playing for me. You played really well just now.
That's because you don't judge me like everyone else.
Don't let anyone intimidate you. Believe in your skill as a musician. A wry smile crosses his lips. I can tell he's thinking, what skill? But he doesn't argue. If only he believed in himself half as much as I believe in him.
Thanks for all your help, Cadence.
You're welcome. We'd better grab a quick dinner.
Great. I didn't eat lunch.
What? You've got to eat Pop-Tart. Where were you, anyway? He just chuckles and doesn't answer me. In the tree. We sit down and dig into the sloppiest sloppy joes I've ever seen.
You know, I think I'm the only one who wouldn't mind staying here if Mr. Wiley extended band camp. I don't miss the foster home at all.
Good for you. I can't help but grumble.
Sorry.
That was insensitive. You must miss your mom very much.
I do. Your foster home must be rough if you'd rather be here.
I guess you could say that.
What's it like? And how long have you been in foster care? I can't keep the curiosity out of my voice, but Pop-Tart never seems to mind my questions. I spear some burnt cauliflower on my fork and nibble at it, watching him as he hesitates.
I went into foster care in 6th grade after my father died. I think I already mentioned how my foster mother keeps taking in too many kids in an effort to get more money, but there's still not enough food to go around, not enough clothes, and there's never any peace and quiet.
He scowls a bit.
I can never concentrate on my homework, so I'm barely scraping by on my grades. At least no one picks fights with me anymore.
You've been in fights?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I won these shoes fair and square from Big Bertha. You don't want to know how much blood I drew from my foster siblings to get this shirt.
Savages.
I've learned how to handle myself. If you act a little bit creepy, the smart ones will leave you alone.
That explains why you're such a weirdo. I grin to show him I mean no harm, and Poptart laughs.
Yeah, you learn as you go. For example, when you're competing with that many kids for resources, you take to hoarding.
He pulls a pack of Pop-Tarts out of his pouch and hands them over to me.
Brown sugar cinnamon.
Oh, thank you. Are you sure?
Yes, please take them. It's still a foreign concept to me that there's so much food here at Camp Bearpaw. We can eat however much we want, whenever we want. I'm going to miss this.
I feel my good mood deflating listening to him.
My foster mom keeps the pantry locked.
When we get out of here, you can come to my house whenever you like and eat as much as you want. His eyes shine gratefully.
Careful, or you'll never get rid of me. Seriously, though, I don't envy whoever is paying for all this food for over 50 kids. It must be expensive.
I assumed it was the school paying for it.
You'd think they deal with the school's mold problem before investing in a sleepaway camp for the marching band, but oh well. I'm not complaining.
No, Pop-Tart, you have a point. It is not the school. Suddenly, we look around the cafeteria and realize we're alone. Shoot! We're late for practice!
Run!
We scarf down the rest of our food and sprint as fast as we can to the field. Mr. Wiley is on the quiet side throughout practice. No one brings up what he said this morning, and neither does he. The band is very subdued, but I definitely prefer this to the thunderous rehearsal we had last night. I hear a muttered conversation from my place on the podium.
Sup?
Hey, Pop-Tart, what are you doing for section day tomorrow?
Oh,
I hadn't thought about it.
Everyone's waiting to see if you'll do something creative again.
Well, I don't want to let anyone down.
What planet are the mellophones again?
He looks to Olive for help, but she plaintively ignores him.
Uranus, I think. Don't even think about...
No one wants to see Uranus, Pop-Tart.
Hilarious.
I hide a smirk. Not because of Alex's lame joke, but because I really enjoyed their awkward friendship. Yep, that's what it is. At the end of practice, I hand out the final section of the day and pack up alongside my friends.
woohoo!
Last day of band camp tomorrow, everyone! Get pumped! Is this what they call wishful thinking? Susie and Felicity wait for me. I stay where I am, eyes sweeping the field. Where is he? Looking for someone, Cadence? You go on ahead. I'll catch up. If you say so. I watch the field as it empties out. Eventually, there's no one left but Alex picking up the yard line markers. When he's finished, he bounces over to me.
Hey.
Did you wait for me? I'll walk you back.
Hey, Alex. Actually, I was looking for Pop-Tart.
Don't bother with him. He's been staying out all night. I'll walk you back instead.
Huh? What do you mean?
He's never in the room anymore. I think he sleeps in the woods, like some kind of feral.
He points towards the trees. You go ahead. I'm going to check on him.
But it's so dark.
Goodbye. I fearlessly head for the woods. As I step into the shadows of the trees, I feel nerves crawling up my spine. Why would Pop-Tart hang out in such a creepy place all night? Then I hear it. The sound of a mellophone playing Gustav Holst's Jupiter. I follow the sound deeper into the woods. It sounds good. That's when I see him standing in a small clearing, mellophone raised to his lips. Every so often, he stumbles over a note or a fingering, corrects himself, then forges on ahead. I duck behind a tree to watch, but it doesn't matter. His eyes are closed. He's completely lost in the music. He plays more confidently than I ever would have expected. The clarity and boldness of his sound makes my heart swell with emotion. I smile quietly to myself and blink away a tear. Looks like I was right about him after all. As quietly as possible, I sneak back the way I came, leaving Pop-Tart to his private practice session. That's what he's doing at night.
There
you are. You seem to be getting back late every night. Not thinking about breaking curfew again, I hope. Sorry, Susie. There was something I wanted to check on. She stares hard at me.
You know you can tell me anything, right?
Of course. I bite my lip, thinking of how she always dismisses Poptart, and I find myself not wanting to discuss him with her. But maybe I should make that clear to her. I've grown really close with Poptart these past few weeks. He's a precious friend of mine. Friend? For some reason, that word leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Ooh. Is it because...
Hello? Earth to Cadence?
Sorry, Susie. I'm really tired. Let's go to bed.
Fine. Just remember what I said.
I will. Good night.
Good night.
It'll be fine, right? Yeah, I mean, telling Susie that is probably a good idea. Chapter 12. Promise. This boy's been holding out on CGs for so long, I'm starting to think he doesn't actually have any. I'm like, man, this has been a long CG drought. I just want to try something. I input the code Mr. Wiley gave me at the start of camp into the control panel and hit the switch, but nothing happens. I can still hear the faint buzz of electricity humming through the fence. Then my suspicions are correct. Mr. Wiley has changed the code to shut off the electric fence, and he's the only one who knows it. Confirmed. It's a beautiful day for band. The temperature is perfect. It's not too hot, not too cold, but there's a heavy feeling in my gut. I see my peers around me, enjoying themselves, having no idea that Mr. Wiley has changed the code on them. I doubt he's had the buses fixed either. I don't think we're going to be going home today.
Cadence! Cadence!
A toilet seat. Oh, for you, Ray. I get the joke. Very funny. What? Again, there is a crowd gathered around Poptart, but this time they look more perturbed than impressed by his life choices. Is that
A toilet seat? Yup, for Uranus. Get it?
I can't breathe! Hey everyone! Try not to mistake Pop-Tart for a toilet and pee on his face!
Huh?
What's going on?
The drum line approaches from behind. Poptart turns to meet them, beaming bright as the sun. The drummers stop dead in their tracks.
Watch out!
Uh-oh.
Oh dear. Suddenly and without warning, Aaron gives a great heave and throws up on the 50.
Man!
Ugh, gross, man!
Bro!
Look at my shoes!
Are you okay?
Oh, Aaron. The band reels away as though Aaron has come down with the plague.
Germs! You're okay, buddy. Here, have some ramp. Get me water, you idiot!
He glances at Poptart and convulses once more, clamping his hand over his mouth. Poptart, I think you'd better take off that toilet seat.
Aw, but it was so hard to rip it out of the wall.
Ew.
Just do it! You're making everyone sick!
What's going on?
Aaron threw up on the 50.
Aaron glares in Peter's direction, but he's coughing too hard to argue.
Well, that's disgusting.
Who's going to clean it? Mr. Wiley, is there a janitor we can call? Mr. Wiley pretends not to hear her.
Lock it up and steer clear of the puke.
That quickly becomes the new catchphrase of morning practice. Watch the puke! Band members chorus every time we wander too close to the pile of vomit on the field. Seriously, isn't anyone going to clean that?
Once we finish with basics, Cadence, I want you to run the opener with the band while I test the rookies' memories.
Yes, sir. Nervousness permeates the air. I can only hope that everyone memorized their music. Yeah.
That's it for basics. Set up the opener. I'll call the rookies over to that corner of the field one by one, and anyone else who is guessing at their fingerings.
Can I go first?
Hey.
Alex.
I'm not nervous.
What? I got this.
Let's go!
Sure, whatever. Alex swaggers past me, smirking in my direction as he goes. I try to run practice to the best of my ability, but it's a little difficult when Mr. Wiley keeps calling people over to play for him. Whew. I can tell the band is distracted too. I'm very nervous. We all have one ear aimed towards the corner of the field, listening, hoping that our friends will pull through. Now what? Good lord. There is a loud crash. Doug slips and goes down, taking drum and drummer with him. What on earth?
I told you to watch the
Oh, good lord. They slipped in the puke? You gotta be kidding me. On the word puke, Aaron's body gives another heave and he clamps his hand over his mouth.
I couldn't see. Oh. Everything hurts.
Bro!
Look at my shirt. I need a shower. I think I'm going to vomit just looking at the three of them. I'm so distracted that I almost miss it when Mr. Wiley calls him Poptart. Good luck, buddy. Poptart! Good luck. He nods, shaking a little bit, then goes to meet Mr. Wiley. Okay, everyone. I rack my brain, trying to remember where we are in the music, but my mind is blank. My ears strain to catch the sound of Poptart performing for Mr. Wiley while the band stares at me, waiting for instruction. On second thought, let's take a quick water break. You guys have been doing a great job, and you deserve a break. Everyone cheers at that and heads eagerly for the sidelines. I follow them, still distracted. Pop-Tart's mellophone is pointed away from me. I can't see his face. I wonder, is he hitting all the notes? Is he playing for me? Like I asked him to? I sit down in the grass and help myself to water. I think Susie comes by and says something to me, but I'm so out of it I only give her a zombie-like nod. Then she ditches me for Felicity. I'm so nervous that my heart feels like it's going to burst out of my chest. I close my eyes and breathe deeply. Beat by beat, my heart slows down a little bit. There we go.
Cadence!
What? My eyes snap open to see Pop-Tart running across the field towards me.
Cadence! I did it!
No way! Get out of town! Yay! You did?
I did!
I leap to my feet, practically jumping for joy. As soon as he reaches me, Pop-Tart launches himself into my arms, crushing me in a hug. I gasp as the air ditches my lungs. In the next instant, Pop-Tart lets go of me, looking flustered and very aware that some of our bandmates are looking in our direction.
Sorry about that. I did exactly what you told me to. I closed my eyes and pretended I was playing for you, and I wasn't nervous at all, and it worked.
I'm so glad!
I never could have done it without you.
Thank you for believing in me.
Don't shortchange yourself, Pop-Tart. I know you put in a lot of hard work as well. He scratches the back of his head modestly.
I guess this means I'll have to close my eyes when I march from now on.
That's probably not a good idea.
That was a joke.
A few nearby band members offer Pop-Tart their congratulations, but he hardly seems to hear them. He continues to gaze at me, eyes alight with gratitude. It takes me a few seconds to realize that Mr. Wiley is crossing the field towards us. When he stops to speak, the entire band falls silent and looks at him, waiting to hear what he has to say. All right, here we go.
We were so close, Bandits. So close. But one of us does not have our music memorized. And when one of us fails, we all fail.
No! Mr. Wiley, please don't dye anyone's hair. We were so close. Look, your incentive worked, okay? Look how many of us have memorized our show music already. And band camp isn't even over yet. Mr. Wiley pauses. I can see the cogs spinning in his mind. Then a grin curls his lips.
You're right. It's not. See you all for afternoon practice.
Huh?
While we're on the topic, you'll be happy to know that the practice schedule is lighter for this weekend. There will be no evening practice tonight or tomorrow. Tomorrow will consist of a morning practice and a mandatory sectional in the afternoon. Lastly, you'll have Sunday off. I want you to be fresh for week 3.
What?
We're making up for lost time, remember? See you all in a couple hours.
He leaves, cutting morning practice short and abandoning the hair dye threat altogether. Still, I'm too shocked to feel relief. I wonder who the poor unlucky rookie was that didn't get it right. But nobody's hair was dyed. So it's true. He really doesn't plan to let us go. I wonder if in, like, the final route, if Wiley's hair gets dyed, nobody misses their notes or the memorization. That would be interesting.
What now? I was afraid of this. Cadence, mind joining me and Peter for lunch?
Not at all. Can Poptart come? He hesitates.
We'd like to keep this between the 3 of us before sharing it. Sorry, kid.
I lift my eyebrows, suddenly curious.
That's okay.
Go ahead, Cadence.
He gives Tom an icy look as he passes him by. I open my mouth to let him know I'll catch up with him later, but he's gone in a flash before I can say anything.
Let's sit outside. It's quieter there.
Time to plot. After helping ourselves to some suspicious-smelling beef stroganoff, we take our trays outside and sit down. So what is it you wanted to talk about?
Mr. Wiley. He seems serious about not letting us leave.
We need a plan.
We think it's time to take matters into our own hands. We need some kind of plan in case no one comes for us.
A shiver goes up my spine at those words. But maybe he'll change his mind. And if he doesn't, I'm certain our parents will come for us.
Maybe. Maybe not. But if that doesn't happen, I think we should hold a secret meeting with the other section leaders and talk about what to do. Especially if he's planning on having us rehearse under tornado watches. My mom would have thrown a fit if she knew. What do you think, Cadence?
I hesitate. They're looking to me for a cue, but it has nothing to do with music now. If I say no to this meeting, most likely they won't go through with it. You're right. I don't think it will hurt to discuss this. Tom and Peter trade a victorious grin.
Great!
Then we'll gather the section leaders. Meet at the old campground in the woods at 10 p.m. No one ever goes out there. You're meeting in secret?
He is such a spy, this guy. Poptart suddenly comes climbing down from the roof with some difficulty. His feet hit the ground and he stumbles a little bit. Then he quickly straightens up, eyes gleaming with curiosity.
You were eavesdropping?
Jesus!
You scared the heck out of me! I want to come. Get lost. Section leaders only. He's not a section leader.
Ooh, get him. He points an accusing finger at Tom, then looks to me. Absolutely. Look, we can trust Poptart.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry for eavesdropping. You'd better not tell Mr. Wiley or you'll be really sorry. I won't tell.
Can Poptart come to the meeting?
Alright, why not? Since you already know the details.
Yeah, I mean, Poptart has a point. Tom is not a section leader.
And you'd probably just spy on us from a tree if we said no anyways. Am I that predictable?
Tom and Peter turn to me.
Would you mind helping us spread the word to the rest of the section leaders? It'll seem extra official coming from the drum major.
No problem. Do you mind if I let Susie know too? So I'm not sneaking around behind her back?
Sure, you can share this with Susie, along with anyone else you deem trustworthy. Peter, you can invite Felicity along if you'd like. Guess I have no choice in the matter.
Uh-huh. We finish up our lunches and head for afternoon practice. I feel infused with a new kind of energy at the thought of our secret meeting tonight. It feels like something straight out of a mystery novel. The band splits off into sectionals for afternoon practice, which makes it the perfect time to make my rounds. I pull aside section leaders and hiss instructions to them. 10 p.m. at the old campground in the woods.
This is so exciting!
You'd better get back to your section now, and let your section leader know what's going on.
I will.
Thanks, Susie. I approach the drum line next. Aaron, can I speak with you for a moment?
Huh?
Oh, Aaron's in trouble.
Whoa!
Don't get nervous. Wouldn't want you throwing up again.
Huh?
Good one, man.
Aaron glares at me as though I have insulted his ancestors in the worst way imaginable. All right, come here. Let me kiss it better.
Make it quick.
We put some distance between us and the battery. Then I turn to face him. First off, how are you feeling?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh? But you threw up this morning.
Is this why you pulled me aside? To make me relive that?
Sheesh. He could have said he was feeling fine and left it at that.
As if the drummers will ever let me forget it.
Ugh.
Oh no. My stomach is queasy again just thinking about it.
He scrunches his eyes shut and wraps his arms around his torso, cringing. I rush to distract him. Actually, there's something important I wanted to discuss with you. I tell him about the secret meeting as quickly as possible. As I do, he slowly straightens up, looking less nauseous than before.
I'll be there.
Excellent. See you tonight.
This band camp needs to end. I want to put as much distance between myself and what happened today as humanly possible.
He turns to go, steeling himself to face the drummers. Aaron!
Yeah?
If they keep giving you a hard time over what happened this morning, threaten to coat them in vomit a second time.
Ugh.
Stop talking to me!
Man, we found Aaron's weakness. He hurries away. Not everyone can appreciate genius threats when they hear them. Sad but true. There will be no evening practice, as Mr. Wiley said. Sectionals wrap up, and that's it for the day. As I'm leaving the band room, I think through all of the section leaders in my head. Clark and Marion didn't exactly seem thrilled at the idea, but they agreed to come. I feel like I missed someone, though. Someone else who isn't exactly the friendliest and would refuse to come out of pure spite. Think of the devil and she shall appear. Hey. Olive approaches me, but there's something different about her today. Maybe she's like, hey, he passed. What do you think? Usually, she's got her nose stuck in the air and has waves of haughtiness rolling off of her. I can feel none of that as she stops in front of me, hesitating in a way that's unlike her. Hey. How was your sectional? Did Poptart come today? She nods awkwardly.
Yes, he came. With all of his music memorized.
I smile. That's good to hear.
That's because of you, isn't it?
No. Poptart used his free time to practice on his own.
But you helped. You inspired him to do it.
Well, I am this band's drum major. Inspiring people is what I do. I clench my fist and strike a pose, which Olive rolls her eyes at. I mean, fair for Olive to roll her eyes at that.
It's more than that. You have a soft spot for him, and he'd do anything you told him to.
I clear my throat, feeling embarrassed at her bluntness. But for once, she's not teasing me and merely stating the facts.
You were right. I should have been more patient with him.
You know what, Olive? That's big of you.
I really wanted to be a section leader. So much so that I would pick up a new instrument and switch to a section with no upperclassmen. It was a stupid move. I'm no good as a leader.
Hey, don't say that. Just like Poptart is learning his instrument, you're learning how to lead. You're bound to make mistakes along the way. So long as you realize what you did wrong and grow from that. She narrows her eyes at me.
When did you get so wise? No, you're right. I acknowledge that I was too hard on Poptart. I guess I thought... I don't know. I thought fear is the best way to lead people.
Why would you think that?
Because some people mistake kindness as weakness and take advantage of that.
That's true, but not everyone is like that. Pop-Tart certainly isn't. A little bit of kindness goes a long way with him, and can easily earn you his respect.
Thanks.
I'm glad I sucked up my pride and spoke to you.
I'm really glad too. You've grown this fruit. I'm proud of you, Olive. She goes to leave. Then I remember the secret meeting. Wait, I need to tell you something. I tell her Tom's idea, making sure she gets the time and place down. Her eyes spark with mischief at the idea.
Well, this should be fun.
Though I'm still holding out hope that our parents will be here any minute to take us home.
With each passing hour, what hope I have left for that fades a little bit more. The rest of the day flies by as 10 p.m. creeps closer and closer. Susie and I whittle away the hours in our room, wondering what the meeting will bring. At 1:15, there's a knock on the door.
I wonder if that's Felicity.
She hurries to open the door.
Oh,
Hi, Susie.
Pop-Tart? You know curfew is in 15 minutes. You should get back to your room.
He's coming to the meeting. Susie arches an eyebrow.
What makes him so special? He's not a section leader.
Neither are you. Thank you, Pop-Tart.
Neither are you.
Susie opens her mouth to retort, but I quickly cut in. What say we head over now?
Sure.
Cadence, you've got to have this talk. You've got to have this talk, like, soon. Might be too late already. There's no reason for Mr. Wiley to be out here this late, but that doesn't stop us from checking our surroundings before we cross the open ground into the woods. He's been out this late before. Neither Susie nor Pop-Tart says anything. This is kind of an awkward grouping. I'll be glad to get to where the others are. We get there a bit early. Tom, Peter, and Felicity are the only ones here, but it doesn't take long for others to start showing up.
Pop-Tart was invited. Why am I not surprised?
She sits down on a log next to Clark and Samuel. Aaron and Sabrina are the last ones to arrive.
Is that everyone?
We all sweep our gazes around the dark clearing, taking each other in.
Can we hurry this up? I'm cold. Sure.
Everyone looks to Tom as he clears his throat.
We need a plan.
You all know why we're here. Mr. Wiley has trapped us in band camp. We need to come up with some kind of escape plan. You got something in mind, Clark? I was going to suggest we stay here and work on perfecting the show in the meantime, but Mr. Wiley has become rather unpredictable. It may be in our best interest to leave as soon as we can.
Interesting. Clark is on the Let's Ditch Bandcamp train this time.
For once in my life, I agree with Clark.
I can't stop thinking about the night of the storm. Mr. Wiley was so scary.
So we're all in agreement that we need to leave.
Everyone nods.
Then I suppose the next question is, how? Maybe we can fire up the buses.
Oh,
What then? We drive them straight into the electric fence?
Hold up. I've already got an answer for you. We dig our way to freedom.
Pop-Tart mumbles something under his breath, but I don't catch it. The voices of the others drown him out. Pop-Tart, what's your idea? What? How? We don't even have shovels.
Seriously? And we hardly have any energy thanks to hours of practice. Your idea is unconventional.
Mr. Wiley gave us a lighter workload this weekend. It could be done. And there are well-maintained gardens all over Camp Bearpaw. There's gotta be at least one shovel in this dump. Where do you suppose it is?
Pop-Tart mumbles something once more. I give him a gentle nudge and whisper, "Do you have an idea?"
no.
I mean, not an idea per se, I just...
If you have an opinion, you should speak up.
What are you two whispering about?
The others pause their conversation and look at us curiously. He didn't say it's like an idea as such, so I'm just gonna let him take the lead. Take the lead, man. I ignore them and keep my gaze trained on Poptart. He stares back into my eyes, takes a deep breath, then straightens up.
Okay. I don't think digging our way out is a good idea.
Join the club.
Correct.
It's true. Once we get past the fence, what then? We'll be a bunch of kids in the middle of the wilderness armed with nothing but our wits. And some of us don't even have those.
True.
Why are you looking at me?
Huh? Focus, everyone.
Cadence is right.
Tom frowns at Poptart.
What do you propose we do instead, then? Wait for our parents to come?
A smile quirks the corner of Poptart's lip at the very thought. He's like, parents. Ha! What are those?
No. I believe we should focus our energy on Mr. Wiley. Take care of him and all of our problems go away.
Ooh, the direct approach. Surprised silence follows his words.
What?
What do you mean by that?
We do whatever it takes to get him to let us out of here. You really think we can convince him?
I bet I could do it. I'll give it my cutest puppy dog eyes.
Poptart slowly shakes his head and takes a knife out from his pocket. This is the only way.
I think we're past that point. Pleading with him to let us out of here, that's not going to work.
Then what do we do?
Yes, you need to be more specific.
Well...
I'm so anxious for what he's gonna say. Poptart wilts a bit, clearly uncomfortable with the situation. When he speaks, he addresses the ground, but every so often his eyes flick to me. I give him an encouraging nod when I can, wanting to hear everything he has to say. He takes another deep breath.
Emotional manipulation. Blackmail. Threats. Anything we can use as ammo, we use it. For example...
Ooh. He holds up a familiar orange pill bottle. I'm surprised to see it. I thought Mr. Wiley had thrown it away.
Mr. Wiley has anxiety, and he takes medication for it. However, he's now refusing to take it. Is this something he would want us to know? Or our parents?
Dang. Boy came prepared with exhibits. He tosses it to the center of our circle. Everyone stares down at the bottle, numb with shock. I don't think anyone expected this out of Poptart. Aaron is the first to speak up.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. A lot of people have anxiety.
Good on you, Aaron.
I didn't say it was. I was merely using it as an example. Maybe Mr. Wiley doesn't want anyone to know.
He glances around the circle of his peers, attempting to meet the eyes of the others. I step forward. It's a good idea.
I like it better than Tom's idea.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it working.
That's my man, Sam.
Me too. But we just got done saying Mr. Wiley is unstable. We need to be careful around him. So it's like facing down the final boss in a video game. Before we can take it down, we have to find its weakness.
Everyone nods, murmuring their approval. Poptart boldly lifts his chin and stares into the surrounding darkness with wide eyes.
Right.
We uncover his weaknesses. And once we've exposed them, we ask him. No. We make him let us go.
Ooh, his eyes went kind of cold there. A shudder goes down my spine. Yeah, like, these eyes, though. I step forward to address the others. Okay, the light came back on in them. I'll take the lead on this. I'm the closest to Mr. Wiley. I can use my position as drum major to our advantage.
It's too bad Garth isn't here to help. He would be perfect.
I could back you up on this, Cadence. No, I'll be the one to help her. It was my idea, after all. Alright. If there's anything you need from the rest of us, you need only ask. We're behind you all the way. That's all very well, but if you don't mind me saying so, you still don't have a tangible course of action.
We'll come up with something.
Is everyone good with this plan, then?
He looks around the circle. No one says otherwise.
Okay. Then I guess it'll be ongoing. In the meantime, keep acting like nothing is wrong. And focus your energies on the show. If we impress Mr. Wiley enough, maybe he'll let us leave. Wishful thinking from someone who doesn't realize this band sucks.
Excuse me?
The meeting breaks up. I search the small crowd for Susie, but she's already walking off with Felicity, the two of them whispering heatedly. Before I can join them, there's a tug on my sleeve.
Can we talk?
Of course. We let everyone go on ahead, waiting until we're alone to speak. Tom is the last to leave, trailing behind Peter and Samuel. He stops and looks over his shoulder at me, an inviting smile on his face.
Want me to walk you back, Cadence? I'll walk her back once we finish speaking.
Tom waits for my confirmation. Tom? I appreciate you being like, yo, you okay with this? I'm giving you an out if you need an out. I'll be fine. Good night, Tom.
Good night.
He's a good friend. He departs into the night. I look at Poptart impressed. You were very assertive tonight. It's not easy addressing such a large group.
Oh, please. You do it all the time and make it look easy.
So what is it you wanted to talk about? He hesitates, frowning.
You really think my idea was a good one?
Yes. I think it would be worth it to focus on convincing Mr. Wiley to let us leave. So long as we're careful.
I had another idea. Regarding what Clark said about coming up with something tangible.
What is it?
I think we should break into Mr. Wiley's office. Something tells me we might find something there to help us.
Ooh, are we doing that again? Breaking into the office plan? A cold wind slices through the night air and I shiver. You really think we could do it? When he's not at the field, he's in his cottage.
I don't know. The opportunity might not even present itself, but you never know. We'll have most of the weekend off. He's got to leave his house at some point. It would also mean stealing his keys.
Now that sounds even more impossible. He always has his keys on him, either rattling in his pocket or hanging on his belt.
I knew it. This was a bad idea. We should have gone with Tom's plan.
Don't say that. This could work. It's not going to be easy, though. He looks at me with pleading eyes.
I just want you to be safe.
His words touch my heart. I smile at him warmly. I'll be fine, Poptart. And so will you. We're partners in crime now, all right? We've got each other's back. He doesn't look reassured and avoids my eyes, his mind far away. Tell you what. I hold out my hand, offering him my pinky finger. Let's promise to look after one another and protect each other. We're going to get through this together. He blinks at me in surprise. Then, slowly, he extends his own pinky finger. I snatch it up, curling my own around his.
Promise?
So quiet, promise? Promise.
Okay. Me too. I promise to protect you, Cadence.
Our fingers remain clasped for a moment. Then I let go and our hands drop back to our sides. Poptart remains quiet, his eyes distant. I wish I knew what he was thinking. I stifle a yawn.
It's late. Let's get you back to your room.
Thank you.
Good night, Cadence.
Without another word, he departs into the night. As soon as I open the door, it smacks Susie in the face. Sorry? Ouch! What are you doing by the door? Were you spying or something?
Maybe. What, he didn't kiss you goodnight? Some boyfriend?
I immediately flare up. Stop that! He's not my boyfriend!
What? Did I hit a nerve? Do you like him?
Who cares? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. So what if I did?
You can do better.
And this is exactly why I wouldn't tell you if I did, because apparently all my best friend does is judge me. I glower at her, taken aback by my own vigor. It's been a stressful couple of days, and she happened to push the wrong button tonight. On top of that, you barely even know him. So who are you to say anything about it? You don't know how kind and funny he is, or how hard he tries, or what he's been through. You're just judging him because he's a year younger than us, and for some reason you look down on him for it. A number of expressions parade across Susie's face. Surprise, confusion, outrage. It comes to settle on guilt. Interesting. I thought for sure she would fly off the handle, but she actually was like, dang, you're right. I'm so sorry.
Cadence, you're so right. I'm sorry.
I instantly cool down, caught off guard by her apology. Same.
Aww.
I never meant to be so judgmental. I've been hanging out with Felicity too much lately. I blame her.
It's okay.
No, it's not. It's not any of my business who you like.
I suppose not, but at the same time, you are my best friend. And best friends share things like that.
Not if they don't want to. We don't have to talk about it anymore. I'll lay off. And again, I'm really sorry.
Thank you, Susie. I'm sorry for snapping at you.
You're good. We'd better get to bed now. We still have practice to think about, plus that daring escape we all signed up for.
I can't believe we actually resolved that, like, amicably so quickly. Hooray! I'm thrilled. Right. After brushing my teeth and changing my clothes, I crawl into bed thinking back on this daring escape. Pop-Tart's plan seems nigh impossible. Break into Mr. Wiley's office? Steal his keys? We will certainly have to wait for the opportunity to present itself. But will it ever?